Hello everyone, and welcome to a Farming Sim 22 tutorial. Today we are talking about pigs. So the first thing to do is buy somewhere for them to go. So if you go into the shop, down here at the bottom, construction, or on a computer, hit Shift P, you'll open up construction menu, animals, pigs, and you have the pasture, which you can see here, and the barns. So they work the same, except that the pasture, you will have to also provide water. You can see right there in the middle, that is where you'll take your water tank and dump in the water. And this trailer icon will be where you put the straw and food. If you buy a barn, like we have here, you do not need to give them water. It will automatically supply it for them. So once you plop it down, you need to go buy some pigs. So go over here and open animal dialogue. You can also transport them to and from the animal dealer, and that's a separate video I made. I'll link in the description if you want to see how to do that and avoid the transportation fee like we're about to see. So for pigs, they don't produce a product like cows, chickens, or sheep will. They will basically just be used to be bred and will reproduce pretty quickly, and then you sell them at sort of large quantities to profit. So you can go ahead and choose the price of the one you want. So they don't reproduce until they're 4 months of age. So you can buy ones that are already able to reproduce, or buy the ones at half the price, where you'll have to wait a few months for them to be able to reproduce with one another. So go ahead and choose what you want, and then you can buy as many as you want. Go to buy, and you'll have your pigs in the barn. Or when you're ready to sell, you can double click and same thing, sell as many as you want and hit sell, or take them to the animal dealer. So once you have your pigs, you need to feed them and give them straw for their health. And when they have higher health, then their reproduction goes up, and kind of like a little bit every day. I was seeing about 25% reproduction every day, and then once that gets up, they will reproduce, and I'll show that here in a bit. So for straw, you put it here in this icon, and you can use a forage wagon, and I'll link to my straw video if you need to see kind of how that works. Right here, I just have a mixer filled with straw. You go over here and you give it to them. And again, this is not food, this is bedding. And once you give them straw, then theoretically they will produce solid manure. And I think it's bugged right now, so this game's been out for less than a week. I don't think it's working. I have tried everything. And I'll show you what the game tells you to do. Here it says add straw bedding, which we just did. A separate manure heap needs to be placed next to the barn via the build menu. So again, if we go to construction, silos, here's the manure heap, and I put it next to the barn, and I have tried all the things and I'm not getting manure. So I don't know what I'm missing, but they're supposed to produce solid manure once they have straw bedding. Now they do produce slurry, which is liquid manure, once you start feeding them. And you'll see here the slurry meter is going up, and you don't need a separate tank for that. That's over here under this spigot, and you can take your slurry tank and just drive up to it and refill it from there. But solid manure right now seems something's going on there. So we have them strawed. Now let's feed them. So for feeding, pigs need a lot of different foods if you want 100% effectiveness, which I think is just that'll increase their productivity, health, and reproduction. So basically more pigs. Their base food is corn or sorghum, and that'll get you to 50%. Wheat or barley is their grain, you can see there. Soybean, canola, or sunflowers will be their protein. And for that last 5% is their root crop, potatoes or sugar beet. So you can go ahead and grow those, take them one at a time here to the trailer, and dump them in like you would normally. Also, you can buy pig feed, which I'll show you here. And you'll see in the bottom right, this trailer already has pig feed in it. So if you want to do that, you can go to pallets, big bags, And over here is pig food. And it's about 1,000 liters for $900. And you can buy as many as you want. And once you have that on the ground, all you have to do is pull your trailer up next to it. And you'll see in the top left, it should say refill tipper. And you'll see it refilling. So you don't need to have a special tool or anything. You can just refill it. And now the nice thing about pig food is that it will be a perfect ratio of all the food types the pig needs. So if you give it, let's just say you give it 1,000 liters of food, then the total would go up to 1,000, and all of these would be the perfect percentages. So 5% of that 1,000 would be root crops. So you'll actually get 100% effectiveness from this food. And just like straw, you just pull up to this icon here by the elevator here. I should see it, maybe if I, there we go. And you just dump the food in. And it's going slow, but yes, eventually this would fill up 3,000 more, and all these would go up the proper percentages. And that's really it to get them up to health, productivity, and reproduction. So I'm going to skip ahead 24 hours because these pigs are actually set up to reproduce. So right now, once this is 100%, all the ones that are in this like selection here will create one other pig. So I would basically get 60 new pigs tomorrow. I won't because this barn doesn't have that capacity, but let me just sell 10 of them so you can see that. So I'll sell the ones we bought at the beginning, and I'll sell 10 of these so that we are down to 50 because I think this barn holds like 108. And now I'll skip ahead 24 hours and you will come back and you'll see that they have bred a new 50 pigs. All right, so it's 24 hours later and we can see the menu. I have 50 new pigs. I didn't have to buy them. They just reproduced overnight. You'll also notice here that their health and productivity is up, but their reproduction has reset. Achieve. And now if you just keep those up for a few days, this reproduction will go up to 100% again and they'll reproduce again. And then it's up to you if you want to like sell all the new ones that can't reproduce, or if you want to like sell half and half and sort of balance, because again, these won't be able to reproduce for 4 months, and you can kind of play around with that. So that is the pigs. If I figure out if I'm doing something wrong, I'll update the description, but right now it does seem like it's just bugged. So we'll see if that's the case. But otherwise, that should be everything you need to know about pigs. Again, if you don't want to incur that fee, just transport them, and that video is in the link in the description. You just buy a trailer and take them there. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you learned something. Like, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions, and of course, have yourselves a very nice day.